Hello, good morning and happy new week to you all. Thank God it's a brand new week. It's a special day. In fact, for me, it's a very special day. It's the birthday of my bottom pot, my last baby. She's 10 today. I want to say happy birthday to her as I start the program. And I want you all to help me say happy birthday to her one way or the other. God bless you. You're welcome. It's still our program, your program, a life of men program, Choices. We are looking at integrity in the month of August. And we have talked about the meaning of integrity, everything about integrity. How is integrity important in marriage was our last focus on Friday. Today, we are looking at the lack of integrity in marriage. What is the lack of integrity in marriage? How can you say something like, oh, this marriage has no integrity? What and what would you see that will make you say, oh, there is no integrity in this marriage? That is where we are today. We want to look at this and we want to say that what is integrity, number one, like I told us before, integrity is totality of honesty. Everything you are doing, being very honest with whatever you are doing. The life of standard moral. You want to do things right. Your moral life is so strong that you cannot be caught unawares with anything that is immoral. That is a person of integrity. So when we say a lack of integrity in marriage, what is it? What do I mean by that? What do I mean by lack of integrity in marriage? Simple. I mean that marriage lacks honesty, lacks dignity. The marriage lacks respect. Somebody in it does not understand what it means to live by integrity. You cannot rely on the person. You cannot trust the person. The person's competence is under question. That is what we mean by integrity, lack of integrity in a relationship of marriage. Fine. When we say what is lack of integrity in marriage, I mean where you don't find honesty, where you don't find respect, where you don't find reliability, where you don't find trustworthiness, where you don't find self-esteem. Those are the things that when you see them lacking in your marriage, then your marriage has a problem. And all this brings about degradation. It brings about low self-esteem. It brings about breakage in relationship, breakage in trust. Where and whenever you see in a relationship that these things I've mentioned earlier is in existence, dishonesty, secrecy. Wow. In a marriage that there's secret, there's a lot of problem. Not able to reach a compromise and the exhibition of bad behavior, then know that it has no integrity. And we are looking at this because there are so many people that they look around them, they are so frustrated about what is happening today in their homes. You cannot see yourself trusting your spouse. You have tried all you can to see if it will work and it's not working. You can work around it. If you are the person who does not have integrity in that relationship, you're dishonest, begin to work on yourself to be a person of truth. Begin to work on yourself and tell yourself that really, I need to be very honest with my partner. There are things that we shouldn't do in life. Lying to yourself is the worst thing that any human being can do to himself or herself. When you lie to yourself, you lie to your doctor, you lie to your lawyer, you lie to your pastor, then you are gone. It means that nobody can help you. But when you are able to be very, very truthful, your marriage is you. Whoever you are staying with as your husband or your wife is part and parcel of you. The Bible says that for a man shall leave his mother and his father and be cleaved to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So which means when you marry your wife, you become one flesh. When you marry your husband, you become one flesh. But people seem not to understand that this thing called marriage is actually a covenant. And if you have a covenant relationship with somebody, it's intertwined this way, that both of you are owing each other so much. Both of you must learn to rely on each other. Most of the times, there is nothing that this finger is doing that this one does not know, and there's nothing this one does not, this one does not, and this one does not know. That's the way it is. You are intertwined this way. So if you are keeping secrets in your relationship, it means that you are telling people that you do not trust who you are sleeping overnight with. If you don't trust the person and you have been sleeping in that house with that person, what happens to your life? It means you are staking out your life to the wrong person. How do I mean? When you sleep, you are unconscious of your environment. You actually don't understand what is going on. So why would you not think it through before you go into that relationship? Tell yourself what you actually want to be in the relationship. That's what we're saying today. So for your marriage to lack integrity means that you did not actually think it through. You did not really make up your mind on what you want to do with him or her. You know, people don't understand when you say marriage is you and you are your marriage. They don't understand it. And I want to explain that to us here. If you are happy in your marriage, you are automatically a happy person. You are a healthy person. Because all your life is in that place. If you are not getting joy in your relationship, you're not getting happiness, you're not getting satisfaction, then it means that you might be in a wrong relationship. So you need to work on it. But if what you are saying to me is that you started well, but somehow halfway something happened, so I want to know what could be it that happened that will make you now begin to keep secrets. Whatever you cannot trash out with your spouse, then that thing is out to destroy your relationship and your life, because your marriage is your life. That is why if your spouse is sick, you are sick. Except in people's relationships where I don't really understand where they decided to get married, a man will say, I purposely married you just to punish you. I see that only in the world. But in our world, physical world where I see, no way. Nobody wants to jeopardize his life or her life. This marriage is going to be a punishment for you. You are the one punishing yourself, because if you don't give me peace, you don't have peace. There's an adage in my language that says that a child that does not allow the mother to sleep cannot also sleep. If your child is crying all through the night, he or she thinks he's disturbing you, that child is also not sleeping. So if you think you married that person for a purpose, just negative purpose, then sorry, you have only ruined your own life and destiny. But for people who married really because they felt they understood each other, they wanted each other, they loved each other and entered into it, and something went wrong along the line, you are the people I'm talking to. And I want you to know that the only way you can recover your marriage is by becoming honest again. Is by stopping everything called secrets. You don't keep secrets from somebody that is your flesh. This is my body, I am keeping secret from this my body. Then who is owning the body? I don't know. My husband used to say, I own you and I own you. I own you and own everything about you. And that's true. One of my sisters would tell her baby, please don't cry, come. You want me to back you? Yeah, back you. your daddy paid for the back. What does that mean? Total package. It was a wholesale. Total package. The woman was completely packaged to you, and you are supposed to be completely packaged to her, so that there will be mutual understanding. If you're the type that your self-esteem is dwindling, you are confident today, tomorrow you're not confident again, because you give too much of your ear to what people are saying, then you need to change. You need a character change. You need to make a shift. There are people that don't have a mind of their own. They wait and want to hear some ladies say, let my mommy say, whatever my mommy says is it. No way, you are married. It's not whatever your mommy says, it's whatever your husband says and both of you agree on. And some guys will say, I've got to speak to my mom or my dad. If not, I cannot do this. No, you're just a baby boy. If you are mature, you decided to marry, it means you have told yourself, I am a man. And what does man mean? Man stands for maturity. Man stands for acknowledgement. Man stands for knowing that I am now very, very responsible. For you to be a man, I am telling you, you have to be a responsible person. You can take care of yourself. You are the type that will stand out and do your things right. Not that you want to do it and you are doing it haphazardly. No, that's not what we're talking about. What I am saying here is that for you to be a man or a woman that decided I want to marry, marriage is for mature minds. It does not matter your age. There are people who are 35, 40 that are not even matured enough to be married. And some people, that's why they are still waiting, but they don't know. Some, that's why their marriage is shaking and shaking, because maturity has not stepped into them. And there are people that at 20, a lady, she's already very mature about her marriage. There are people, a guy at 24, 25, he's already mature in his mind, knowing what he wants in his marriage. That is what it is. I have a kid brother that got married at age 25. He's doing so well with the family. His marriage is sweet. The maturity came in and he decided, I don't think I want to just waste my time. So in case you think I am too young, I am 25, I need to do some things. That's why you are not keeping your integrity right. You are gambling in your character today. Your behavior is today a man, tomorrow is a boy, tomorrow is a boy girl, is a boy man. No. And the same thing with you, a girl. So if in your relationship or in your planning to become married, you have not been able to separate your marriage or your soon to be married to be from your family, then you have not started. You need to separate those things. The relationship between you and your parents is different from your relationship between you and the guy or between you and the girl. You must give him or her their due respect. That is when your marriage will stand out. You must stand up for each other at any point. Yet you are humble. Nobody says go and stand before your parents and shout down at them. No. You can actually tell them what you want them to understand you as saying. Somebody some time ago committed suicide because the parents said they didn't like the girl he wanted to marry. The girl today, is she not alive? She would have married another man. And what have you gotten to say about it? Nothing. You are gone. Go and face your judgment. So don't say because my parents said no, in fact, I'll end my life. If you end your life, the person you are ending your life for will be alive to go and marry another person. So the point I am saying here is that if you think you are mature enough to become married, you must tell yourself, I have to walk the path of integrity. And what are the paths of integrity? Honesty, being yourself, being true to yourself, having your confidence intact, no questionable character. Don't live the lie. there's nothing like, oh, let me do this or do that. I am here now, I am there again. No, be yourself. What you do at your unguarded moment is what makes you a person of integrity. If anybody meets you at your unguarded moment, will they be able to say, wow, this person is a person of integrity? So if you have checked yourself and you know that you have not matured enough to take up that responsibility, please go back to the drawing board and begin to work on your character. Begin to work on yourself. Tell yourself what you need to know and what you need to do. Do the right thing at the right time. Speak right. Honor who honor is due. Tell what you know. At the expense of your gain, still stand for the truth. You know, integrity is lacking in our society, seriously. So much is lacking. But at the same time, despite that it's lacking, you can also start from you. My campaign in this integrity series is that we must tell ourselves change begins with me, because our larger society does not have what it takes to have integrity. From the government down, nobody is talking of integrity. They speak it and they don't do it. But we're talking about you telling yourself, I want to be a person of integrity, and then I will live for that. Let people know me for that. I have a foster daddy. He's such an upright man. Upright in every sense. When he was in civil service, they saw him as a bad person because he will not take your bribe. He will do his job. If you want anything in education ministry and you come to him with your complete document, you will get it done right. But if you think you want to cut corners, no, you missed it, not with him. In terms of moral life, he's so upright. After losing his wife about 18 years now, nothing like another marriage, nothing like another woman. Meet him at his most unguarded time, you see him intact. That is morality. But when you are the type that every time you are talking about integrity, but you are a man in your office, a director, deputy director, assistant director, even a chief, and then a young copper serves in your office and you think that all you need from the young copper girl is what is under her pants, then you are not a man of integrity. Sure. Or you're a young woman and then maybe you're a lecturer. You decided to just keep a young man on campus for over 2, 3, 4, 5 years so he was supposed to graduate. All because he either did not give you bribe or you wanted him to come and sleep with you and he could not do that. Then we are telling you here that you are a woman of no integrity. So all you need to do is to make sure that whatever you are doing it to the best of your ability to keep integrity intact. It's as simple as that. That is what we do. Are you the type that somebody will come and confide in and tell you things before you know it, you put it in the BBC of your village or BBC of your community? You're not a person of integrity. Can you actually listen to somebody's problems and offer correct advice? Younger couples, can they come and meet you and tell you this is my problem, and then you're able to give them a candid advice that will not break their homes? I think if I've had problems with one or two persons, it's about you don't want to understand. I want to pack out of that home. Why will I allow you pack out of your marriage? I never packed out of my own. Like I've always said, it's not bed of roses, but you can make your bed to become bed of roses. Marriage is so sweet if you can take time to study yourselves. God bless the man that married me, and I am very happy. I am sure he has every reason to say, thank God he married me. So I always say, thank God he is my husband. What are you saying about your own? I can tell you that this is what he is doing per time, this is where he is per time, and this is what he's doing. He can also tell you this is what my wife is up to, and this is what she's thinking per time. So I don't think I want to see us feel our self-esteem being punctured by anybody. Be confident of yourself. If you are a person of truth, you will always be confident. You always say it the way it is. You always do it right. If you're a person of integrity, you will always do the right thing. But if you're not a person of integrity, anything can go. People can call you for something and they'll tell, come, let's go some crooked ways, and you're up, bam, you're going. No, that's not what we are saying. If you want to maintain integrity in your marriage, you need to actually come together as couples and be naked with each other. Tell each other the naked truth. Tell each other the right things. If I am working in a place where I need to take bribe, and my husband says do not take bribe, and because I have integrity in my marriage and I love my husband, I want to keep our name up, I will not take bribe. Then the society will begin to receive better officers. But so many of us, you are doing a different thing at work, you are doing a different thing at home, your husband or your wife does not even know exactly how you are doing your work, is what comes with the work. What comes with the work is it that you must collect people's money illegally to be able to pass their files, to be able to give the contract that will make our country better, that will be able to make our hospitals work, that will be able to make the judiciary to be firm. Our judiciary, are they doing the right thing? Do they have integrity? The people in the three arms of government, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, how much integrity do they have in Nigeria? And then if any of them in there have integrity in their marriage, their spouses who are not in those places where they are should also be an advisory body to them, telling them, no, my dear, you don't do this, and you will see that things will work better. But most times we have people who don't tell themselves the truth. In your marriage, you can't come back and tell your husband, somebody brought me a carton of naira today, because you know that maybe you have somebody who is an upright husband or an upright wife that will tell you, please count me out. Please. Money is not evil. It's the love of money that is evil. So I want us to always know that is the love of money that we are talking about. So when people, because of love of money, they throw away their consciences, throw away their integrity. They don't care what happens to their next generation. So many people are stealing this government money anyhow, and at the end of the day, their children are vagabonds. Their children are into drugs. Their children die for nothing. Somebody will go and buy power bike with millions of naira and then be using it anyhow just because it is a stolen money. We need to understand what we are doing in our lives. Don't do what, if you do it, that posterity will even abuse you. So in your home, if you love your marriage, please be naked to each other. Tell each other that truth. Compromise when it needs to be, so that your marriage can be sweeter. In case your marriage has not been having these things I said, and you have noticed that dishonesty is key in your home, disrespect is so much, maybe the guy or the woman is so disrespectful, abuse is inevitable, reliability is not there, secrecy is so much, both of you, nobody can compromise for one another, and then you have seen that your self-esteem is just dwindling, your behavior is always dwindling, you are on a very serious, dangerous relationship. Please come together and see how you can recover it back. Come with me on Friday. I'm going to be telling us tips on how you can recover such relationships. Relationship that has no integrity. By Friday, we'll talk about it. Please tell everybody you know that their marriage is under serious threat, abuse, serious dishonesty in it, so many negative vibes in it. Call them up, tell them to join me 11 o'clock on Friday. So I'll be giving them tips on how to clean up their marriage and recover it back, because you really, really need to recover your marriage. Well, your behavior moving up and down is not the best. And listening to opinions from everybody that is making you dwindle, you need to stop it. We'll talk more on that on Friday. Thank you so much for joining me on this program, Choices. Today we talked about lack of integrity in marriage, and I believe that God will help us, that so many people who have listened to this or who will still watch it later will begin to look inward to know if their marriages is really having integrity or not, and where it is not having integrity, join me on Friday. I will give you tips to recovering your marriage back to the path of integrity. I appreciate all of you who have joined me, and as many that will still watch later. Thank you and God bless you. It is a wonderful day, and I ask that this week the Lord will give you your heart desires according to his plan and purpose for you, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. I want to say a big thank you to my husband and my children for their support. Today is my little baby's birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you, my little girl Gabrielle. She's 10 this day. I really appreciate God for life. In fact, I need to say thank you to God concerning that baby. So that's why I'm really saying it here. Join me and say happy birthday to my little queen. God bless you and have a wonderful week. Bye.